Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new session. So today we are back with a new practice session of Jharkhand eligibility test. All right, today is our 10th session of this series. I hope all of you who are the aspirants of this exam, who will be sitting for this exam, I hope all of you have followed this series from the very beginning itself. And I really hope that this series has helped you all in your preparation. That's why we're back with one more session with some more questions and some more revisions. So, shall we get started with the session tonight? Yes? All right. So, first of all, let me start by sharing my screen. And I would like to request you all to please like this session. Okay? All right. So, let me start by sharing my screen. Yes, the screen is visible to you all, I believe. Yes, it is visible now. So welcome again, Jharkhand Eligibility Test, Exam Practice Session 10. We have already done 9 sessions on this and it is our 10th session. So with the hope that you will also like the questions tonight, the discussion tonight, let's get started. Are you all ready? Great. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let me open the chat box once and see what you all are saying, and then we will just jump on to the first question for tonight. Okay. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Rupa. Good evening, Mahi. Now let's get started, shall we? Yes. So here we go to the first question for tonight. Ooh, so we have a match the following question. And see, it's a net PYQ. So what is this match the following about? In one list, we have the names of some major dramatists. And in the other list, we have the theatrical forms or techniques that these dramatists were associated with. And you have to match these dramatists with their forms or techniques correctly. All right, ready? Hello. Yes, let's get started. So Martin Esslin, Bertolt Brecht, Antonin Artaud, August Strindberg. And then we have the theater of cruelty, dream play, estrangement or alienation effect. And lastly, we have the theater of the absurd. Very well-known terms and playwrights, right? Very good. I can see all of your answers are coming. So Martin Esslin, theater of the absurd, right? Bertolt Brecht, estrangement or alienation effect. Antonin Artaud, theater of cruelty. And lastly, August Strindberg, dream play. So A4, B3, C1, D2. So this option will be correct. Martin Esslin wrote the famous book Theater of the Absurd, published in 1961, which lays down the features, the characteristics of the theater of the absurd. Right? Bertolt Brecht, the famous playwright, he employed alienation effect in his plays to enable his audience to examine the plays, right? So that they don't start relating too much emotionally. Instead, he wanted his audience to scrutiny, to examine, critically examine his plays. That's what he called as alienation or estrangement effect. Right? Yes. So A4, B3, C1, D2. Got it? Right. Next. Charles Ludwig Dodson. This is the real name of which author? And it's a reminder for you all to revise the pseudonyms of major authors, because at least one question can be expected from this area, right? Be it any set exam or net, PSC, GATE, any exam. These are very widely asked areas which we are doing, right? So Charles Ludwig Dodson, very good. It was the real name of the author Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll, a major name in nonsensical literature, who wrote works like Alice's Adventures in the Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass, right? Lewis Carroll. It was the pseudonym of Charles Ludwig Dodson. And please remember, Lewis Carroll is a major name in nonsense literature. O. Henry was the pseudonym of the American short story writer. O. Henry was the pseudonym of American short story writer William Sidney Porter. Mark Twain, again, very famous American author. Mark Twain was the pseudonym of Samuel Langhorne Clemens. And Boz, again, very popular pseudonym of the Victorian novelist Charles Dickens. Okay, so pseudonyms are important. Please don't forget to revise all these areas. Okay, right. Very good. Next, Waiting for a Visa. It's an autobiographical work by Dash, which details his personal experiences with untouchability and caste-based discrimination. So whose autobiographical work is this? Is it Om Prakash Valmiki, B.R. Ambedkar, Daya Pawar, or Sharan Kumar Limbale? So here we can see very major names in Dalit literature, right? Waiting for a Visa. It's an autobiographical work by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And again, it's a reminder for you all to revise Dalit autobiographies. Be it This Weave of My Life by Urmila Pawar, or Juthan by Om Prakash Valmiki, or Waiting for a Visa by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. All these works are very important. We all know Sharan Kumar Limbale wrote the famous work Towards an Aesthetics of Dalit Literature, right? So these authors are extremely important. Please don't forget to revise this area of Dalit autobiographies. Dalit autobiographies. Okay? Right. Next. Imagism in literature officially began in Dash, and this movement was spearheaded by American poet Ezra Pound, who introduced the term imagist to describe a new style focusing on clarity, precision, and concise, vivid imagery. So here we are talking about a particular literary movement. Imagism started from which year? Is it 1900, 1909, 1912, or 1919? Tell me, Imagism started from which year? And I will tell you why I have kept this question for you all. Yes, Imagism started from 1912. 1912. And it's a reminder for you all that literary movements, questions from literary movements will come. Be it Imagism, or Harlem Renaissance, or Modernism, or Cubism, or Beat Generation Movement. All right, these literary movements are extremely important. Expressionism, Futurism, Surrealism, Dadaism. They can ask you the features of these movements, the chronological order of these literary movements. Okay, so please keep it in your mind that, okay, I have to revise these literary movements once again. Even their chronological order is very important. All right, got it? Right. Next. The companion poems, El Allegro, which means the cheerful man, and Il Penseroso, which means the contemplative man. So these companion poems, they explore two contrasting yet complementary lifestyles. So who wrote these companion poems? El Allegro, Il Penseroso. Are these by Dryden? Yes, I have already increased my volume. I hope you will be able to hear it now clearly. Yes. So who wrote these companion poems? Are these by Dryden, Pope, Milton or Samuel Johnson? Very good. These are companion poems by Milton. Milton, who was famously known as the Lady of the Christs. Milton was famously known as the Lady of the Christs. Okay, right? Yes. Please remember, Milton was a famous author during the English Civil War era. We know him for his works like Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained, Comus, Samson Agonistus, Lycidas. Okay, these are major works by Milton, a famous and influential author during the English Civil War era. Okay, right, very good. A Tale of Manchester Life is the subtitle of which novel? Is it Middlemarch, Mary Barton, Sybil, or Oliver Twist? Subtitles of novels, very, very important. You can expect at least one question. Okay? You can expect at least one question from this area of subtitles. And here we can see the names of all Victorian novels, right? All Victorian novels. So, A Tale of Manchester Life, very good. Mary Barton. Mary Barton, A Tale of Manchester Life. It's a novel by Elizabeth Gaskell. Elizabeth Gaskell. Middlemarch by George Eliot. It is subtitled A Study of Provincial Life. A Study of Provincial Life. Sybil by Benjamin Disraeli. It is subtitled The Two Nations. The Two Nations. Oliver Twist by Dickens is subtitled The Parish Boy's Progress. The Parish Boy's Progress. Very good. Well done. Well done. Right. Next. Who among the following was not a movement poet? We know that the movement poets were a group during 1950s. They rejected modernist experimentations and a romanticism in favor of a traditional style in poetry. Right? They preferred everyday realism, technological precision, and a very traditional style in poetry. So, who among them here is not? It is Ted Hughes. Very good. Philip Larkin, Kingsley Amis, Elizabeth Jennings, Tom Gunn, Donald Davy, all of them are movement poets, but Ted Hughes is not a movement poet. Very good. Ted Hughes is not a movement poet. Correct. Yes. The term, the movement was coined by J.D. Scott. Very good. Very good. Next. Perhaps only people who are capable of real togetherness have that look of being alone in the universe. The others have a certain stickiness. They stick to the mass. Who wrote these lines? Can you guess that which author has that style? Is it Virginia Woolf, Hardy, D.H. Lawrence, or Joseph Conrad? Tell me. Togetherness. These are lines from D.H. Lawrence's Lady Chatterley's Lover. These lines are from D.H. Lawrence's novel, Lady Chatterley's Lover. Okay? You have to identify these writing styles. Okay? All right. Very good. Next. So, yes, we are starting our net crash course for 1 month from 4th of May. And it's high time that you guys join us and prepare with us for your net GRF. So without delay, come join us and prepare with us. Okay? Right. Very good. Next. Name the only comedy which is written by the prominent American dramatist Eugene O'Neill. Which is the only comedy by Eugene O'Neill? Is it The Hairy Ape? A Wilderness, The Iceman Cometh, or Strange Interlude? Which is the only comedy by Eugene O'Neill? Which is the only comedy by Eugene O'Neill? It is Ah Wilderness. Ah Wilderness. It's the only comedy by Eugene O'Neill. Very good. Very good. Next. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. This line can be found in the epilogue of which work? Is it The Scarlet Letter, Moby Dick, Gone with the Wind, or Uncle Tom's Cabin? This line has been taken from the book of Job of the Bible. And this line is uttered by the narrator Ishmael. This line is uttered by the narrator Ishmael in the epilogue of Herman Melville's Moby Dick. Herman Melville's Moby Dick. Okay, it's a line from the book of Job of the Bible. Okay, right. With which of these theorists do we associate the terms hyper-reality and simulacrum? You can see both of these terms come from postmodernism. Both of these terms come from postmodernism. So, which theorist do you see here was intimately linked to postmodernism? Think about that. It will be easier for you to crack the answers like this in the exam. Can it be Gerard Genet, Wolfgang Iser, Jean Baudrillard, or Georg Lukács? Very good. It was Jean Baudrillard who talked about these terms, hyperreality and simulacrum. We all know Wolfgang Iser was a reader, a response theorist. Okay, very good. So it is Jean Baudrillard, correct. The Gypsy Goddess is the first novel written by one of the following Indian poets in English. Identify that poet. So who wrote this novel, The Gypsy Goddess? Is it by Meena Alexander, Meena Kandasamy, Jayanta Mahapatra, or Vinita Agarwal? Who wrote this novel, The Gypsy Goddess? Who wrote it? The Gypsy Goddess. It is by, you know her well. It is Meena Kandasamy. Meena Kandasamy wrote the novel The Gypsy Goddess. The Gypsy Goddess. Very good. Very good. Correct. Correct. Next. A Woman's Story by Dash is a poignant objective memoir which details the life, decline, and death of her mother, who suffered from Alzheimer's. And this book bridges biography and sociology, portraying her mother's transition from poverty to a petite bourgeoisie shopkeeper, while exploring the complex, loving, yet often estranged relationship between them. Who wrote this novel, A Woman's Story? Is it by Han Kang, Annie Ernaux, Alice Munro, or Kazuo Ishiguro? It is by Annie Ernaux. Annie Ernaux. And this is a reminder for you all to look at the works of recent Nobel laureates. You all know Annie Ernaux got Nobel Prize for Literature. Even Han Kang got it. And it's a reminder for you all that before the exam, you must revise the works of recent Nobel laureates in literature. Okay, look at the works of the recent Nobel laureates in literature. A Woman's Story by Annie Ernaux. Very good. Next. Uh-oh. So that's all for tonight from our side. I hope you guys loved the session, the discussion, and enjoyed answering these questions. Yes, and do join our net crash course of 1 month. We're starting our 1 month net crash course from this 4th of May. So don't delay, join us now. Okay, right. And we will see you again on Monday. So do wait for us, and we will see you again very soon on Monday night. Till then, please take care. Yes, please take care, and good night. Bye. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much for joining and staying throughout the session. Okay. Bye. Thank